Hey folks, Dan Frio here, the rate update. Today our focus is gonna be on buying a house. And the components of that, I'm gonna break it down to CIA. What prompted this video was there is a ton of misconceptions on YouTube and all throughout the web on how much money do I need as a down payment? My credit needs to be absolutely perfect. I can't afford a house. I have no money down. All these misconceptions. So what I wanna do is pull the curtain back on the mortgage industry to show you it kind of comes down to three main topics or three main areas. And then we're gonna dig down into each program and explain to you why you might fit this program versus another one. Let's go through the biggest components when you're looking for a mortgage is your credit. This could be a 2-hour conversation because when you're young, you don't care about your credit. And you're going out there and you're spending money doing this, you might miss a bill, you don't really care until you go and try to find a car or get insurance or buy a home or a credit card. So credit is one of the biggest components when you're looking to buy a home. So that's number one. Number two is income. And there's a lot of misconceptions in this area as well. I haven't been on my job for 3 years or 2 years or 1 year. Does that matter? It might not. I own my own business, or I get a paycheck, a normal paycheck. There's a whole variety of variations on how you might make money or earn money. So income is the next area we're gonna focus on. And then assets. How much money do you have? Do you need money to buy a home? Do you need $20,000? Do you need $30,000? Okay, these are the areas that we're gonna dive down. Every day I have people calling me saying, Dan, my credit score isn't good enough. I don't have an 800 credit score. I don't have a 750 credit score. I want an 850 credit score. All this, everybody is going bonkers over what their credit score is. Let me break it down in its simplest forms. I very rarely ever have a client that has an 800 credit score. Virtually, I might get one a week, if that, out of a couple hundred applications. Okay, so let me break down some different buckets that exist to show you what you minimally need to qualify for any mortgage. And then, don't be obsessed that you need absolutely perfect credit and an 800 credit score. And that's what a ton of websites have and a ton of YouTube videos is how to get an 800 credit score. You don't need an 800 credit score. So let me break it down. The top credit score when you're looking for a mortgage is 740. So it doesn't matter if you have an 810 or a 741. You got an A. The rate's the same, your down payment's the same, everything is the same. The next level, or I'll say bucket, I refer to it a lot of times as a bucket, is 720 to 739. Think of that if you're taking a test, that is a B. And I'm not saying that that's a bad score. Your rate just might be a little bit higher. The next bucket is 700 to 719. And let's classify that as a C. And again, the only difference in mostly all these cases, your rate might just be a little bit higher. And then we're gonna go under 700 or 699. Let's do 699 and below. So that is the different credit score buckets. So we're gonna say that's a D, but you didn't flunk, you're still getting a loan. So now let's dig into the different kind of programs that exist and why we might place you into one program versus another. So the programs that exist out there right now, and I'll label these, there's conventional financing, that's just your normal mortgage. And then there's what we call government guaranteed or government backed loans. And that is FHA, VA, and USDA. Okay, so let's focus right now on conventional financing. For conventional financing, you need a 620 is the minimum score you need. So that just showed you don't need an 800 credit score. Again, with a 620 credit score, you're like, Dan, you said under 700 is a D, but that was just for purposes to explain to you there's different buckets involved. And normally the only differentials in the loan process is your rate is going to be a little bit higher because as a lender, we look at your credit scores, the lower your score, the higher the risk for us because your propensity to pay on your payments is not as strong as someone with a 700 or 740 or an 800 credit score. So thus, it's a riskier loan for us, so your rate is a little bit higher. But you only need a 620 credit score to qualify. The next thing is income. Okay, so we address the credit scores, your credit. Income. This is all over the map. If you're graduating from college with a degree, say in nursing, you can actually buy a home with an offer letter. So you just got graduated college. God bless you. You have no student loan debt and you have some money in the bank. You can say, okay, I got an offer letter. I'm going to make $65,000 a year. I really don't want to rent because I've been renting all the time that I was in college and I hate it. I really would like to buy my own home. You can qualify with an offer letter. However, if you've been out of college or out of school for a duration of time, you need, in most cases, 1 year on the job. As long as it's salaried, meaning you make 25 bucks an hour and you work 40 hours a week. We can actually use this to qualify. Now, there's a whole bunch of variations to income. You might be an Uber driver and you file a different portion of that on your taxes because it's like you're self-employed. You have to do that for 2 years. There's a whole variation of things. You might be get trust income. You might be on a pension or Social Security or whatever. There's a million different ways that this can be broken down. So that is where I highly suggest you give me a call so we can go through it on a one-on-one basis. That's the income portion of the application. Now we're on to assets, or in some people's case, lack of. On a conventional loan, that's where we're focusing right now. Your assets is how much money do you have? Basically, that's your skin in the game. The misconception I hear all the time is, Dan, I don't have $10,000 or $20,000 to put down. You don't need that in today's world. There's many programs out there that you could qualify. The majority of the clients that we're doing, that especially your millennials or the younger crowd, are buying homes with 3% down. Not 5, not 10, not the dreaded 20 that you hear all the time, 3% down. So just think, you're buying a $100,000 home, 3% is $3,000. You have $3,000 maybe to buy? If you don't, are there ways around that? Sure there are. And I'm going to do videos on this, breaking this way down, because this misconception, or let me put it this way. You got out of college, you have student loan debt, you live in Chicago or San Diego or San Francisco or somewhere like that, and your rent is $2,000 a month, plus your student loan, plus your car payment, plus now you have your own utility bills at the apartment. It can add up. It's easy not to be able to save any money. We have what's called DPA. They're down payment assistance programs that'll give you up to, in many cases, $10,000 to use to buy a home. We can take care of all of this for you. So you don't need, even in the case that I just gave, the 3% down, we can couple that with a down payment assistance program to make it that you don't need any money at the closing. So we just covered on the conventional financing, the credit scores. So your credit, you need a 620. Income, we answered a lot of questions there, especially for those that are just getting out of college or out of school. How much money do you need? Let's say in many cases, we can get you in the house with no money down. That's the conventional financing piece of this equation. So now let's get on to the government-backed programs. So the other part of the mortgage industry is government-guaranteed mortgages. And those encompass FHA, VA, and USDA. I'm going to start from the bottom up, and you'll see my reasoning for my madness here in a second. USDA loans, they're only available in certain areas. It's not necessarily a farm, but it has to be rural areas. Be honest with you, huge portions, even right out of San Diego, are eligible for USDA loans. We do loans $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 USDA loans in California. The benefits here are 0% down. You do not need a down payment, nothing. You can buy a $700,000 home with no money down. The alternative to this, if you didn't go with the USDA program, is you would have to do a jumbo mortgage, and in most cases, you need 10 to 20% down. So just think, in that case, you don't have to bring any money to closing. If you didn't go with the USDA program, you need $140,000 down. Big difference. So there is income qualifications, and the property has to be in the USDA database as an approved property. and we can do that for you. So that at the end of the video, I'll give you all my information, how to reach out to me. I would love to look up and see if your property, the property you're interested in, fits these guidelines. The next is VA. God bless the veterans for what you did or what you're doing. And this is a fantastic program. So if you're a veteran, I'm always going to advise you to go with a VA loan in almost all cases. Why? 100% financing. Again, zero down. You can buy a property with no money down, period. And the qualifications for this are very simple. But the biggest benefit there is, again, 100% or no money down. That's the VA benefits. FHA requires 3.5% down. And so now you can see why I kind of started here and worked my way up. The biggest thing is the amount of money that you need at closing. So when we did that CIA thing, I'm starting a little bit backwards. How much money do we need? 0 here, 0 here, 3.5 here. So now let's revert to the credit scores. The credit scores for all of these programs right now, you need a minimum of a 600 credit score. Now, this has recently changed. The pandemic kind of threw some curveballs, but right now you need a 600 minimum credit score to fit all of these programs. That's one huge benefit of going with these programs. Remember that when we talked about the conventional programs, the minimum credit score was 620. So if you have a 619 credit score, you do not fit a conventional loan, period. There is no wiggle room. You only fit one of these parameters. So let's go down that route. You have a 619 credit score. You can't go with a conventional loan. So you got these options. It's not a rural property, that's out. You're not a veteran, that's out. So we're gonna go with the FHA program. Pretty simple. It's a process that we go through. That's when we call you and we're going through your application. Every question we ask you has a purpose. So to recap, you don't need an 800 credit score. You don't need to be on your job 2 or 3 or 4 years. You don't need $20,000 in the bank to buy a home. So hopefully I addressed all these questions for you, or at least gives you like a baseline to go off of to say, you know what, I think there's something here. I have a 700 credit score. I got a good job that I've been on for 2 years, and I have a couple grand in the bank. I think I can do this. So that's the whole purpose of the video, is to kind of guide you down a path to answer or debunk a lot of the misconceptions in the mortgage business. So I hope you find the video informative. If you do, please don't forget to subscribe down below. Click the bell so every time I do post a video, you get an alert. And leave comments down below. Let me know other videos that you want to talk about or details you want me to dig into so I can make you a more educated wealth planner so one day you can retire rich. Take care. God bless. See you soon.